father was hardly surprised when one of his children was found to be malnourished in April for a second time. He had struggled to buy nutritious food for the 18-month-old. Rising children relapsing into malnutrition has become an increasingly common occurrence in Sokoto State and across northern Nigeria, according to local health and aid workers. When I wake up every morning, it pains me to see my family because I can no longer provide for them the way I used to. Back then, 2,000 naira was enough to buy a nutritious meal for the family. Today, even 5,000 cannot buy the same items. And the reality is I cannot afford the 5,000 naira. Most days, all my family has to eat is pap or plain rice. At a state hospital, records show that 40 children previously treated for malnutrition since February are currently under treatment again. I am not happy to see the number of women coming to the health facility with their malnourished children increasing.
Hello, my people. The northern Nigeria is like the Indian. It's like India. You know, there's nothing. This is not. I don't have anything against Indians, but it's obvious that there's nothing the Indians can do or will do that they will not be India. You know what I mean? When I talk about India, is that when I talk about India, I'm talking about India as a country. Like there's nothing they can do for them to become like China. It's like impossible. It's like they will never be like China in this life, because you see have a lot of people, people that are poverty stricken in India. Like you can see stuff like that in China, and they have similar population. But I'm not talking about. I'm not concerned much about India. I'm talking about northern Nigeria. As you can see in that short video clip, that the child poverty level have risen. They have increased, and just like India, in northern Nigeria, you can never, in this life, I can guarantee you in this life, see that northern Nigeria become developed. Like you can never travel there and say, wow, this look at how beautiful the place is. Look at how beautiful the environment is. You cannot look around and see some poor people around you all the time, just like in India. But I'm not saying like some parts of India are nice, they look good, but overall, you cannot take India away from India. India will be India, they're not gonna be like China. No matter how advanced they are in technology, no matter how the Indians advance in technology, they will still be India. They cannot be like the poorest European country. You can never find it in India to be like that, I guarantee you that. And the same thing with northern Nigeria. It's unfortunate that the poverty rate there is increasing. And they might say, oh, we have lots of population, we have a lot of population, and they don't have, their land is not fertile, you see this they start blaming the Iranian war, like they couldn't get fertilizer to use fertilizer, to plant some crops, and they want to blame the Iranian because of this increase in poverty, in not child poverty. I'm not talking about adults, but child, And when you look at the way their lifestyle, because the major thing is their lifestyle. It's not even about the it's not even about any other thing. It's their lifestyle, because these people, they want to marry poverty. This is this world for them is normal. They don't want to. They cannot escape this being poor. This is the mindset they have there. Defeatism mindset. They cannot. The poverty is normal. Just like in India, like making streets very nice and neat. Or making stuff look like modern time. They see it as they cannot escape it. India must be India. Just the same thing with this northern Nigeria. You know, and the problem is that these people, they have land. And people believe that land is wealth, but sometimes it's not. Because if you don't have fertile land, it's nothing. And their lifestyle as well. And the problem is not people. Like, I made a video about the atrocious system in Nigeria that make sure that Nigeria will never progress. They will be like India. You can never find like Nigeria have turned out to be like the poorest country in Europe. Nigeria will not be there because of the system there. And the same system is affecting this poverty stuff we have now in Nigeria, because the system they set up there, these three tiers of government: the federal government, the state government, and the local government, is a slavish system. Whereby this federal government, the problem is the majority of problem you have in that system is the federal government, because this federal government is just a few people that is controlling this federal government, and the local government, which is where people live. This is the starting point of people. They deny them all the resources. They get the least resources. This is where people live, because majority of people in Nigeria doesn't live in urban areas. You look at the cities in Nigeria, big cities, Lagos, Kano, they don't have combined 30 million living there. Combined. And Nigeria is 200 something million, or close to 300 million people. And most of them lives in rural areas, where this poverty is rising up quickly. And the government is taking stuff from the local government or the state where the resources is, and this federal government is taking them and giving back, just because they make up stuff to make sure that they required money, large money, to maintain this. Some of them will be embezzled anyway, but they made up this kind of big government. This federal government is big government that take the resources and give the state, instead of the other way around, where the resources supposed to come from the people that have the land. That's where the resources is coming. Now it's coming from the federal government. It's just a system set up, an intermediate system set up, and there's the apex, the higher system, where they just their hands is in every state, taking the resources there and giving the state. And this federal government is in charge of nobody. They're not in charge of nothing. They should get money in other way. Like, they should increase tax or find a way to make money. There's a way they can make money, not taking people's resources. The resources should be in the state, so that the state will take care of their people. You know what I mean? So long as we have federal government, the system is not going to. And the problem with that system is so invariably, that they cannot change it. I don't see any system you cannot change. Until they change that system, this poverty level in the north will still be like what I said about India. Peace.